Okay, so this is going to be a presentation over why I believe that minimum wage should be raised. My name is Morgan Tomlinson. I am in English 1301 with Professor Jukes, and the date is now January 3rd, 2025. So, minimum wage needs to be raised to the cost of living, if not exceed it. I believe that I don't believe that the two should be equal, because yes, you have to live your life and spend your money on things that you worked hard for, but it's also nice to have fun sometimes, you know. Raising the minimum wage would enhance the living of many. It would raise poverty. It would decrease poverty, decrease homelessness, and promote economic growth. Why is minimum wage bad? In this slide, I will discuss why minimum wage is bad and how this affects day-to-day life. So lower minimum wages can lead to employee turnover, unfilled jobs, and government assistance programs. I don't think that this is something that anybody would want, any company, any individual, the government itself. When you have vacancies and jobs, you know, it doesn't look good on the company. EMS, for example, is a revolving door. The company, some policies are bad, some pay is bad, some people are bad. I know there's going to be bad things about every job, but EMS especially is a very competitive market when it comes to pay, and so you're only as loyal as your paycheck is a known saying in EMS, and it's true, because if you're not getting paid for the sacrifice that you do every time that you come in a shift, you know, it's really not worth your time to be there. So minimum wage affects the workers themselves, their families, and the economy as a whole. Like I just spoke about, it doesn't look very good on a company whenever they have no jobs. Well, it also doesn't look good for the economy whenever the economy is floundering, because you don't have people to fill those jobs, and now the jobs aren't getting done. You know, we see how it impacts the economy when a perfect example is those dock workers that just went on strike. It's almost like the world came to a halt. You know, we know we're not getting imports or exports through those ports, and so they came up real quick with an idea, oh man, you know, we should pay them more, and they did, and they got their way, and now they're back at work. But that just goes to show how easily and quickly something like that, people not getting paid enough, can affect the economy as a whole. So how does this issue affect myself? This topic affects my life in many ways. As someone who once made minimum wage as a waitress, and now even as a paramedic on a 911 truck, you know, I still don't get paid enough. And I know that that's a common feeling when it comes to a lot of jobs, and it's a sad feeling, it's a disheartening feeling, you know, because I love my job, I really do. But to work this time, I work 48 hours a week, and to come home and relax and get my paycheck, and it's like, that's it, you know? Like, I was just up for almost 48 hours straight, and I feel like this compensation is nothing. It's pennies, you know? So yeah, that's how it affects me. An example of, you know, people who get paid more, MLB players, doctors, nurses, and that's not to say their job isn't hard, you know, but if they're getting paid so much, MLB players are a perfect example, actors, perfect example. What's the difference? You know, we're getting pulled away from our families. We're even putting our lives at risk for these patients, and they're getting paid. I get paid pennies compared to what MLB players get paid. So my call to action is that it's time to ensure that every worker earns a living wage that reflects the value of their labor. I believe that people should be getting compensated for the work that they do and not just, a slap across the face and something that doesn't reflect the hard-earned work that they did. So